Stop the clock. Just when you thought the story of Diddy Combs couldn't get any darker, it just did. We are breaking down the latest, most shocking news from the legal battle consuming the hip-hop mogul. He's already behind bars, serving a sentence for prostitution-related convictions, but now a brand new, highly disturbing sexual battery allegation has been filed, and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has officially launched an investigation. This isn't just another lawsuit. This is a criminal investigation, and the details are graphic and horrifying. From a 2020 photo shoot turned nightmare to a chilling follow-up in 2021 where the accuser claims he was called a snitch and assaulted, this new police report paints a terrifying picture. Welcome back to Celeb Buzz USA, your home for the real, unfiltered stories dominating U.S. entertainment. You're going to want to stick with us because the timeline of this new accusation, what the police report claims, and Diddy's legal team's response all add up to a scandal that could completely reshape his already shattered future. Let's dive straight into the facts of this new criminal probe. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department's Special Victims Bureau is now examining a new sexual battery allegation against Sean Combs. This isn't an LA civil lawsuit. This is a criminal complaint initially filed in Largo, Florida this past September. The reason it landed in Florida is because that's where the accuser decided to come forward. But because the alleged crimes took place in Los Angeles, the report was forwarded directly to the LA County Sheriff's Department. And the timing here is critical. The accuser came forward just weeks after Combs was convicted on those 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution back in July. This suggests that the accuser, a male music producer and publicist, whose name is redacted in the police report, felt finally empowered to speak up after Diddy's conviction. Now let's talk about what the police report alleges. And let me warn you, these details are intense. The allegations center around 2 separate incidents in LA between late 2020 and early 2021. The first alleged incident took place in late 2020 at a Los Angeles warehouse. The accuser claims he was invited there for a photo shoot related to a project involving clothing from the late great rapper, Notorious B.I.G., whose real name was Christopher Wallace. According to the police report, the scene quickly turned dark. The accuser claims that during the session, Diddy exposed himself. The report alleges that Diddy instructed the producer to perform a sexual act. When the producer refused, Diddy continued the act himself before taking a dirty shirt that once belonged to the Notorious B.I.G. and throwing it at the accuser, reportedly saying, "R.I.P. Big," before leaving the room. If these allegations are true, the disrespect to the victim and, frankly, the disrespect to the legacy of Biggie Smalls is absolutely staggering. The accuser told police he stayed silent for years because of the sheer embarrassment. Think about that for a second. The pressure, the fear, the shame that someone in the music industry, especially one connected to a mogul like Diddy, would feel about coming forward. It took years. It took Diddy being convicted in a separate case for this person to finally find the courage to speak up. But the horrifying claims in the police report didn't end with the warehouse incident. There's a second, equally disturbing allegation dating to March 2021 in Santa Monica. The accuser claims he was in Santa Monica to continue working on the same music project. He alleges that 2 unknown men forced him into a separate room inside a house and allegedly covered his head. The accuser states that Diddy then entered the room. What allegedly followed is a scene ripped straight from a nightmare. The accuser claims that Diddy confronted him, verbally abusing him and calling him a snitch. The report alleges that Diddy then sexually assaulted the producer multiple times. The accuser stated that he pulled away, but Diddy allegedly forced his head back, with the assault happening several times over a few seconds each time. This detail is crucial. The accuser alleges that Diddy accused him of betraying his trust and called him a snitch. This is a key piece of information that ties into the overarching narrative that has permeated many of the allegations made against Combs over the last 2 years. The idea that someone would be sexually assaulted as a form of punishment or intimidation is a terrifying escalation of the claims we've already heard. This whole new report, spanning two separate incidents and multiple claims of abuse and intimidation, has officially opened up a fresh criminal investigation. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department confirming the probe means they have received the official report and are now actively examining the evidence. For a man already locked up and facing a 4-year sentence, this new investigation is a seismic event. To fully grasp the severity of this new investigation, we need to quickly recap Diddy's current legal status. Sean Combs is not a free man waiting for a trial. He is currently incarcerated, serving a 50-month federal prison sentence at FCI Fort Dix, a low-security federal prison in New Jersey. His conviction in July was on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He was acquitted of the more serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, which could have landed him behind bars for life. But the Mann Act violations, transporting women across state lines for illegal sexual encounters, were enough to secure a 4-year sentence. He was also hit with a $500,000 fine. He is currently set for release in May of 2028, though he can reportedly earn reductions in his time through participation in various prison programs. But here's the thing. This new investigation in Los Angeles is for a separate criminal sexual battery allegation. While Diddy is already in federal custody in New Jersey, the LA County Sheriff's investigation is a state-level probe. If the LA District Attorney's Office decides to file criminal charges based on the sheriff's findings, Diddy could face a new criminal trial in California. What does that mean for his prison time? Well, if he were convicted of new criminal charges in California, he could face a whole new sentence. That sentence could potentially be served concurrently, meaning at the same time as his federal sentence, or much more likely, it could be served consecutively, meaning after he finishes his current 4 years. Essentially, a conviction on these new charges could keep Sean Combs incarcerated far beyond his scheduled May 2028 release date. His legal nightmare, which began in late 2023 with the now-settled lawsuit from his former partner Cassie Ravanna, is far from over. Of course, Diddy's legal team is not staying silent on this new and explosive development. His civil attorney, Jonathan Davis, issued a strong statement in response to the latest allegations. Davis stated, quote, "Let me make it absolutely clear. Mr. Combs categorically denies as false and defamatory all claims that he sexually abused anyone." The statement went on to say that Combs cannot address every meritless allegation in what they call a media circus, and that he looks forward to vindicating himself in court based on admissible material evidence, not rank speculation and unsubstantiated allegations. This has been the consistent stance of his defense throughout the entire ordeal, a categorical denial of all wrongdoing. But we have to look at the bigger picture here. This new criminal investigation adds to a mounting of allegations that have surfaced over the past 2 years. We're talking about multiple civil lawsuits, the first from Cassie Ventura, which was settled just 24 hours after it was filed. Then came a wave of other lawsuits, including claims from a former stylist, Deontay Nash, and others who have alleged sexual assault, abuse, and even human trafficking spanning decades. The sheer volume of these claims and the consistent nature of the alleged behavior, coercion, sexual violence, and intimidation create a very difficult narrative for Diddy's defense to combat, especially now that he has been criminally convicted on some federal charges. The latest accuser's claim of being called a snitch during an alleged assault strongly suggests a pattern of behavior where Diddy allegedly sought to control and silence those in his orbit. This fits right into the narrative prosecutors built during his federal trial about a long-running criminal network of coercion and influence. As these horrific details continue to emerge, the entertainment industry is once again watching in stunned silence. For a long time, Diddy was untouchable. He was a music mogul, a fashion icon, a brand builder, and a powerful force in Hollywood. Now his empire has completely crumbled. His multi-million-dollar business ventures have been stripped away, his name and image are irrevocably damaged, and his entire focus has shifted from building an empire to fighting for his freedom. This new LA County Sheriff's Victims Bureau investigation is an enormous deal because it shows that law enforcement, both federal and local, are not done looking into the life and alleged crimes of Sean Combs. What happens next? Well, the LA County Sheriff's Special Victims Bureau will conduct a thorough investigation. They will interview the accuser in detail, search for corroborating evidence, look for witnesses, and possibly subpoena records. Once their investigation is complete, they will present their findings to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. The DA's office will then decide whether there is enough evidence to file formal criminal charges against Sean Combs for sexual battery and potentially other related offenses. Given the public interest, the sensitive nature of the allegations, and Combs' current conviction status, the DA will be under intense pressure from both sides, the defense urging caution and the public demanding accountability. The outcome of this decision will determine if Diddy will face a new criminal trial that could significantly extend his time in prison. This new investigation into Sean Diddy Combs is a massive, shocking twist in one of the biggest celebrity legal sagas of our time. It proves that the allegations he has denied are being taken seriously at the highest levels of law enforcement. From a photo shoot gone wrong with the notorious B.I.G.'s legacy woven into a grotesque accusation to a chilling scene involving the term snitch. The details of this new police report are difficult to hear, but absolutely vital to understanding the full scope of this case. We at Celeb Buzz USA will be tracking every single development of this LA County Sheriff's investigation, from the evidence gathering to the DA's decision. This story is still unfolding, and we promise to bring you the facts and the fallout as they break. But now, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this new investigation? Do you believe these continued criminal probes are warranted, or do you side with Diddy's legal team in calling these meritless allegations? Let us know in the comments below. We want to read your take on this shocking turn of events. And hey, if you want to stay ahead of the curve on the biggest, most viral celebrity gossip and entertainment news in the USA, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to Celeb Buzz USA, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next Buzz.